The reason why I do this intro is you as agents, you can totally do this yourself. If you just say, we just want to buy one income property every other year because you have access to the MLS, you talk to buyers, you can do property management yourself, there's money on the table that you're just not taking advantage of. Or you're like, I don't want to do it for myself, but we want to help other people do it, then there's consistent income that you guys can make if that's something that you're interested in. One thing working with investors is there's no emotion into it. If the numbers make sense, you're going to buy it. So same thing with his agent. So the next topic is just advanced. It's how to turn $10,000 into $200,000. So we gave some examples based on people sharing owning houses 30 plus years ago. If you kept that asset now, depending on when you sold it, you definitely have 200 grand, right? Or if you held it 5 or 10 more years, then you take the cash flow. Any questions with any topics today? Yes.
I do have one.
Sure.
When you're ready to refinance, can you use the future rental income to qualify, or you need to qualify for all the payments on your home?
Good question. If the question is, can you use the current rental income to qualify for the new property? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or the contract.
Right. If you have less than 2 year landlord history, no. If you have 2 years of landlord history, yes. So let's say as an agent you want to get your first income property and you make 50 grand a year after expenses, okay? So and you have your house payments 1,500 and your car payments 300 and you have no other debt. So what was that, 1,500 a month? So if you make 3,200 a month, now we'll say 3,500 a month, cut in half is 1,750. You follow me? So, and then that's the 50% debt to income ratio. If your mortgage payment's $500 a month on some of these examples, if your debt to income ratio goes over 50, they're probably not going to do it. So either you need to make more income, which everyone's working hard to do, or you find a less expensive home. If your income's more than that and your payment's only $500, they're just going to count that against your income. They want to show that you are experienced as a landlord, so they want to show it 2 years consecutive tax returns. After they show it 2 years consecutive tax returns, then yes, they'll use the future rent to offset that information. Good question. So I encourage agents, if you're financially able to and you want to diversify, just get one property a year or one every other year. And if you don't want to manage it, you know property management companies, you can have them help screen it. Any other, great question. Any other generic questions? Okay, one more tidbit. If I was working with first-time home buyers that are young and single, I would find them a fourplex. Here's the reason why. A, it's a bigger commission because it's more expensive than a $50,000 house. Hey, that's good. We all like to make money. Okay. 2, fourplexes are $200,000 to $250,000, and for FHA, that first-time home buyer, they can use their rental income to qualify even though they don't have landlord experience. So there's some young entrepreneurial kids, we have 3 right now, that are looking for fourplexes. They have enough for the down payment, or you can do Utah housing, which we can do, and they just have to live in the property for 12 months, then they'll have landlord history because it'll show up on their tax returns, then they can go buy another property in a couple years later. So that's a little niche market. As you talk to people, owner-occupied multi-units is a great way to go. So any other questions? Is anyone thirsty, hungry? Everyone's good? Okay, thank you for your time.